We will first start with Nick Kelly. Nick, go ahead.
Hey, Jordan, you guys were able to force Stetson Bennett into a few interceptions in the first matchup. What clicked there? What can you try to replicate in this game to do that again?
Basically just focusing on staying in our zones, not drifting out of our zones, not breaking too early on the ball, just knowing the right moment to when to break on the ball and staying and trusting what our defensive coach calls.
Our next question will come from Ryan Hennessy. Go ahead, Ryan.
Hey, Jordan, I just asked Will the same question. Just overall, you've been in this game last year. What's a successful season for you guys in your eyes?
Obviously, it's a successful season would be to finish strong in this game and come out with the natty. But just doing all the things we've done this year and keep improving on our game and play to the Bama Standard.
Our next question will come from Dan Tortora. Go ahead, Dan.
Jordan, you just talked about the Bama Standard. I mean, there's different kind of standards around the country for different teams. Yours is kind of championship or bust. Just what you can say, feeling that weight on your shoulders and what you think about the fact that it's really not a great season at Alabama if you're not in the national championship.
Yeah, that's what you commit to when you're coming out of high school. The standard is what it is. It's a national championship minded standard. You have to do whatever it takes to get to this stage, and we know it's going to be hard, but that's what it comes with. We know we have to overcome adversity, and that's what this team has done this year.
Our next question will come from Kevin Brockway. Go ahead, Kevin.
Yeah, Jordan, you're obviously playing in another national championship game, a lot at stake, but, there have been a lot of players that have opted out of lesser bowl games. I'm just curious your thoughts on that from a player perspective, and do you understand guys, particularly with NFL futures, opting out of bowl games?
I don't think that's like anything to judge. That's that player's option to opt out or do what they want. That's on them. If they choose to opt out, that's what they do. They want to opt out and do what they have to do to get ready for the next level. That's on them. That's fully their decisions.
Next question will come from Alan Cole. Alan, go ahead.
Hey, I was just wondering about for a rematch and kind of preparing to play the same team you've already played a month ago. How is going into a game week like that different than maybe a normal game week in the regular season where it's just a team you're seeing once and know you're only going to see once? Is there anything different that goes into preparing for the same team?
There's not too much different that you have to prepare for. I mean, you just going to every week the same. We prepare how we need to prepare to beat a team, but that's fully going into a game. That's on us. That's what we do every week is what will determine the outcome of the game. So if we go into the game and we're not on the same page, that's when we give up big plays. And when we are on the same page, that's when we play very good football. So just being on the same page in every play.
Next question will come from Rocco DeSangro. Go ahead, Rocco.
Hey, Jordan, I asked Will the same thing. What is the best piece of advice that Coach Saban has given you over the course of your career that may stick with you throughout the rest of your playing career and the rest of your life?
Just keeping the main thing and not focusing on anything outside of the facility. We play for one another. We can go out on the field and we trust one another to do our 111, and that's a big part of the success at Alabama. Just trusting your brother next to you and playing for the man next to you because you know you're going to give his all for you.
Our next question will come from Aaron Suttles. Go ahead, Aaron.
Jordan, last year you got called for targeting, and you could see on the jumbotron there in Miami the hurt and the pain that was. You wanted to be out there competing with your guys. I wonder if you've thought about that, getting another opportunity to play this year. Have you thought about that this week?
Oh yeah, that was the main thing. Getting a chance to play a whole game in the national championship, and I'm grateful and blessed to have the opportunity to play in another national championship. And prayerfully, I could play in the whole game this way around, because last year, everybody knows what happened.
Next question will come from Joe Will. Go ahead, Joe.
How has losing Josh Jobe affected the Alabama secondary?
I don't think it affected us a lot, but obviously, Josh Jobe is a great player. He's recovering very well. But the guys behind him, like Kool-Aid McKinstry, we got Kyrie Jackson. They stepped up very well. They've been in the filming room every day. They've been upstairs with Coach Villa, getting right and learning the playbook, and they're coming along very well for us.
All right, our next question will come from Haley Sutton. Haley?
Sorry, there you go. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Just kind of expanding on that question. Last week, Coach Saban talked about how impressed he was with those younger guys stepping up. What do you think their mentality is going into their first national championship game on Monday?
Obviously, they're probably full of excitement. They've been in the playbook, and I feel like they're more comfortable than they were when they first got in there. So this should be a great experience for them and a great game for them as well as they keep improving.
Next question will come from Paul Newberry of the Associated Press. Go ahead, Paul.
Hey, I'm just curious, how does Coach Saban, a guy who's 50 years or close to 50 years older than most of the people he's coaching, how is he able to relate to you? To you guys and the players, what is the secret there? Because it seems like that might be the key to his greatness, is that he can somehow remain relevant to kids that are young enough to be his grandchildren.
Yeah, he just gradually improves with the generations. He fits in with us very well. He's very comfortable talking to us. He's very comfortable getting on us. And we in this generation we have to learn to take that. I know in this generation it's a lot of attitude in kids, but somehow when we come to Bama and Coach Saban is talking, everybody is focused. Everybody's and focused on what he's saying, and everybody buys into what he's saying.
Thank you.
Our next question will come from Jay Graves. Go ahead, Jay. Jay, go ahead with your question. All right, we'll go to Fernando Rossetti. Fernando?
Hello, Jordan. What would be a story you could share from the weight room that you feel?
You said it will be a story I can share from where? I think he cut out.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. What would be a story you could share from the weight room that you feel has influenced the team the most this season?
Oh yeah. In the weight room, we do a lot of competing. I know this summer it was a lot of me, Jaden Auburn-Davis, and DeMarco Hellams, Josh Jobe. We were competing in the weight room a lot, just having fun working, and I feel like that put us in a good position this year, and that brought us very far this year, and in our athletic ability and our physical ability. So I want to thank those guys and the coaches as well for allowing us to compete in the weight room.
Again, if you have a question, use the raise hand function, and we will try to get to your questions in the time that we have allowed. We'll next go to Mike Rodak. Mike?
Jordan, have you ever seen the jacket that Nick Saban was wearing on the plane last night? And just as a South Florida guy, what was it like walking off that plane and feeling that Indianapolis air?
Yes, his jacket was very cool. I haven't seen Coach Saban style like that, and to see that he has a little swag, it kind of brings joy to my heart. But yeah, the feeling walking off that plane was very cool. They had the band playing over there for us. They were jamming, they were doing their thing, and it was a little cold in the atmosphere. I'm a Florida guy, so I don't get too much winter weather. So this is a great feeling.
We're going to try to go back to Jay Graves. Jay, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Please.
Yes. Jordan, how do you guys as a defense keep from being overly confident walking into a ball game, playing a team that you beat handedly a month ago?
Yeah, that's what comes with it. We know we're going to get every opponent we play best. So we have to come out with the mentality that we want to get their best, and we have to play to our best ability every play, every down, one play at a time, and not focus on the next play. If you mess up on the play, just correct it on the sideline and come back and get better from it.
Next question will come from Vedant Gupta. Go ahead, Vedant.
Yeah, Jordan, I got an interesting question for you about versatility. So obviously this Alabama defense is versatile, but you are as well with obviously great basketball skills. You know, just last year at the basketball championship game, Mark Vitale won it and then went and played football for the Chiefs. Do you see basketball in your future by any chance, or are you completely focused on football at this point?
I am completely focused on football at this point. Basketball is not a thing I'm going to do ever again. I had that ability to play basketball in high school and middle school and elementary school and all those years, but football is the main focus and only focus. And school, of course.
Appreciate you.
No problem.
Okay, we have time for another question or two. If you have a question, use the raise hand function. All right. Jordan, thank you for your time this morning. Appreciate